Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Thursday. Hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a really good Thursday so far. What is this? What is this game we're playing? What is this? What is that game? It's Ace Attorney Investigations 2. How long has it been since we played this game? Too long. Way too long. It's been way too long. I forget what happened like a while ago, but I know for the last couple of weeks I've been sick, so that's why I couldn't do it recently. But it's just been a gosh dang long time since we've been here. I think we are nearing the end of Turnabout Legacy because we figured out well, who the killer probably is. And we, if I remember correctly, we just learned that I have to familiarize myself. We just found out that Judy Bound was planning to like, oh, I forget like what exactly she was trying to do. She made the poison gas. That was her. And she melted the sculptures on purpose, and she hid them because she loved Artie Frost's work. He has another name that I forgot exactly what his other name was, but she loved his work so much that she wanted to keep it. Yeah, and also we found out that Von Karma is definitely like hiding some evidence and or fabricating it, but that's stuff that we already knew because we played through the first trilogy and we knew that he fabricated evidence on this case, but we figured out what exactly he fabricated and what exactly he hid, which was the cloth of blood, right? And apparently she was wearing the tablecloth around her waist the entire time. That's what I remember. And I remember being like, what? Excuse me? So yeah, we're just gonna keep it pushing until we finally finish episode 3.
Miss Bound, are you feeling a little calmer now?
Yes.
Good. Then allow me to get to the point. Regardless of your intentions, you broke the law.
Yes, I understand.
Nevertheless, I understand that you did what you did in order to prove Mr. Tinkero's innocence. Therefore, if the real culprit really is someone else, then we have a duty to reinvestigate the case.
Overruled. Hey, girl! What do you mean overruled?
There is nothing to suggest that anything nefarious took place in the official IS-7 incident records. And right now, there is nothing to suggest that we should take Miss Bound at her word, either. So our first order of business should be to arrest the culprit of the case before us, Miss Bound herself.
Objection!
Dude, she is always ready to arrest whoever's right in front of her.
Official records cannot always be trusted, Judge Gavel. Especially since there are those prosecutors who would think nothing of twisting the facts.
Overruled.
Are you suggesting that the committee at the time overlooked just such a prosecutor?
Yeah, Von Karma, duh.
That's for you and your people to figure out. However, it is a fact that the autopsy report was faked. Seeing as Mr. Frost's body was only found just now.
Yeah, his body was found in the fucking, yeah.
There really is something of Mr. Von Karma in you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
How so exactly?
By continually defying the will of the committee and bending the truth to fit your needs, that's how.
Perhaps it is time you understand how no, the committee sees this case.
Oh shit, oh god, we're going right into it. I don't remember anything.
The committee is willing to accept that Mr. Von Karma falsified Mr. Frost's autopsy report. Even still, Mr. Von Karma only managed to have Mr. Tangaroa convicted as an accomplice. I personally have come to believe that the real culprit behind the IS-7 incident is Miss Bound. Her plan to poison and kill Mr. Gusto today was her attempt to frame him for Mr. Frost's murder. Oh boy. And this is how the committee sees things, is it?
Oh boy.
It is. As always, I act solely in service of law and order. Sounds to me like all she's doing is acting in service of the committee and covering up the truth.
Yeah.
And if I can't change her mind, there will be no saving Mr. Tangarora or Miss Bound.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to fucking start. Okay. Dude, I don't even know where to start, dude. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got. So the statute of limitations expired 3 years ago. The taste disorder. Yeah, Paul Halik is his name. His French name. Blowtorch, cloth, Pisces statue, poison gas ingredients, ultimate cookbook. Right. This is a salt lamp. I don't think we've used the salt lamp for anything. But that was the murder weapon. Not childhood, their kids are pals. Teapot by Paul Halik, Glyph Cart. Look at those beautiful sketches. Larry, you're actually good at art, my guy. God, you're so so good. Okay, we still have the chocolates and the statute of limitations book, yep. So theft is 7, murder is 15. I guess we're gonna have to, like... We might have to use that. Sugar composition matches that of sugar found in the pale blue liquid in Artie Frost's room. Sugar detected in fountain water also seems to be... okay. Interesting, that is. I managed to have Mr. Girl convicted as an accomplice. Personally, I've come to believe that the real culprit behind the I-7 incident is Bound. Your plan to poison and kill Mr. Gusto today was their attempt to frame him for Mr. Frost's murder. See, okay, I feel like we're gonna have to do something with this. Let's press it first.
Hold it!
Why would Miss Bound have chosen to frame Mr. Gusto for the murder? No doubt because he suspected her of being the real culprit. He may have entered what he thought was the Winter Wing simply to see if the Gemini statue was genuine. Little did he know that he would be greeted by a trap designed to silence him. A trap that nearly worked.
Objection!
Do you have any evidence to support that line of reasoning? Unfortunately, Mr. Gusto remains in critical condition. It will be difficult to prove anything until he regains consciousness. In other words, there is little we can do for now. On the contrary, there is plenty we can do. You still have not grasped the situation, have you? Then allow me to spell it out for you.
Okay. We have all the evidence we need to explain both the IS-7 incident and the poison gas attack. Oh. We have therefore determined that there is no need to investigate either case any further. Okay, no, because we just read that there's sugar detected in the fountain water. And the sugar is from the guy, the statues.
Objection!
Let's fucking go. Okay. We just had to take a look at the evidence. We're fine.
I'm afraid that there is still one question concerning the IS-7 incident that remains unanswered, Your Honor. Would you mind taking a look at this? What is it? They're test results carried out on the liquid at the bottom of the Gemini case in the Winter Wing. As you can see, traces of blood were detected. The question is, whose? Until that question is answered, I hardly think you can claim to have all the evidence.
Oh, I didn't read that there was blood. Oops.
Well, I still got the answer. There was blood in the Gemini case? Why did I not hear about this from Eustace? Because Detective Gumshoe informed me of the results directly. I was planning to tell Mr. Winter about it myself, of course.
Overruled. Yeah, right.
You kept this to yourself until now, despite having no jurisdiction here whatsoever. Mark my words, the committee will hear all about what you have done here today. As ever, my interest is in the truth, and if mistakes were made in the past, they must be rectified.
Ooh.
If you must report me to the committee, then so be it. But in return, we must be allowed to investigate this case to the very end. That is not my decision to make. You will need to discuss it with Eustace.
Oh God, not Eustace.
Guess who's back, losers? And with good news, too.
Oh God. Oh shit, he's up.
It was a close call for a minute there, but Carmelo Gusto is alive. Gusto.
He made it. Look at him go. God, he looks so badass.
You're the ones who found me.
Yup. Long time no see, Gusto.
You're the attorney's assistant. You've grown, and you have an assistant of your own now. Assistant? No, I'm...
He hasn't got the gig just yet. This is Gregory Edgeworth's son.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, at your service. Fate moves in mysterious ways. I'm in your debt. If you hadn't found me in time, I wouldn't be here to thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. After all, if you hadn't lived, we wouldn't be able to ask you what really happened 18 years ago. Huh? What are you talking about?
We figured out quite a bit while you were out cold. Hello, Julie. Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. Playing some more Ace Attorney investigations, too, after a long time. I see Ace Attorney. It seems like I have been summoned. Yeah, it's been a bit. Been a bit, but we're back. We're gonna finish episode 3 today. Including the fact that you're probably the guy who offed poor Artie Frost.
What?
Eustace! Get with the program.
Is that true? Miss Bound set up a very elaborate trap to catch Mr. Frost's murder. A trap that involved rigging the Pisces case with poison gas. Perhaps in light of that fact, you could tell us in your own words what happened back then.
Give me a short summary of what the current case is. Okay. I did this at the start, but I'll do it again just for you. So, this case is called Turnabout Legacy. So this is the the IS-7 case that happened, that was mentioned in the original trilogy, from the case that talked about Miles's dad, Gregory Edgeworth, and Von Karma basically like rigging the evidence. That was the big case that everybody was talking about. So we're here to defend Samson Tangaroa, who is a confectionery. He is charged for murder, but he's been framed. We think that the murderer is Carmela Gusto. By the way, this murder happened 13 years ago. So we're trying to figure out who done it. We think the murderer is Carmela Gusto. We thought it would be Judy Bound, but no, Judy Bound. The only thing that she did was kind of mess with the crime scene 13 years ago. And she set up a little trap to catch the murderer in her museum today, in the present day. Anything else that I missed? The victim is Artie Frost, aka Paul Halik, who is a confectionery and a sculpture artist. And we're with Mr. Eddie Fenda, who is the defense attorney, and we're acting as his smart assistant. But we're looking at Carmela Gusto being the perpetrator. Samson is innocent. Yeah.
Or perhaps you'd rather exercise your right to remain silent. Oh, it's not that. Gusto here's a fan of the old meditation. You know, and all that jazz.
Wow, sleeping while standing seems pretty cool. That's one heck of a talent.
Except there's no sleeping involved in meditation, Cave. Hey, Gusto, pal. How about you snap out of it and tell us what went down way back when?
Yeah, so Gusto was caught in the trap and he was poisoned. So he's been out for like literally all of the chapter except now. So we get to see what he's gonna say.
I was caught in the girl's trap, so I must be the killer. Is this your idea of a joke? I'm the victim here. Indeed you are, Mr. Gusto. And there is no evidence that you have done anything wrong yet. Mr. Edgeworth and Mr. Fender are merely speculating. Rest assured that they have no authority here, and that you may pay them no heed. At least somebody here seems to be on my side. Judge Verity Gavel. It's a pleasure, Mr. Gusto. I will assist you in any way you may require. Perhaps you could begin by explaining what actually happened 18 years ago, not 13. 18 years ago to Mr. Edgeworth. Fine. You want me to prove that I'm innocent, Mr. Prosecutor? I'll be happy to.
Objection!
So this is how you mean to play it, Judge Gavel. You're hoping Mr. Gusto will help you to hide what happened instead of trying to correct the record? I believe only in the infallible judgment of the goddess of justice. Except it is us humans who make the actual judgment calls in a court of law. And so long as there are those who would use the law to their advantage, our rulings are fallible indeed. If you would use your position to further obscure the truth, then neither she nor I will forgive you.
Oh! Shit!
We shall see about that.
God damn, Miles!
What do you advise, Judge Gavel? It would seem that you are under suspicion because it was you who triggered the poison gas. Specifically by opening the Pisces case's lid. Would you be so kind as to share why with us?
Ooh, he sheathed it.
Understood. I came to see Frost's sculptures. Simple as that. I made a mistake with the opening times and arrived a half hour early. Miss Bound, was there no one at the reception desk at around that time?
I had left the main entrance unguarded and unlocked, just in case the killer made an appearance. I was also busy making preparations elsewhere, all the way up until the gallery's opening. So no, there was no one here on the first floor then. But I did make sure that all the wings were locked up tight. Except for the autumn wing, that is.
I see. She did all that just to steer the culprit to the autumn wing, which is precisely where Mr. Gusto went.
Sneaking into a building's pretty suspicious, however you slice it. Ugh.
Silence in the courtroom! I will permit no objections or interventions unless there is some evidence of the witnesses lying.
The courtroom? You know this is an art gallery, right? I think we should give Kay a raise. She's not being paid shit! Give her a raise of $1.
Mr. Gusto, if you could please continue by explaining why you opened the Pisces case. I wanted to see Frost's work up close.
Yeah, right.
So I went up to the Gemini... Sorry, I guess it was supposed to be the Pisces statue. And I saw that the lid was frozen on tight. So I grabbed a blowtorch from nearby and tried to open it.
Epic Freudian slip there, bro. I noticed that.
When I finally got it open, gas came pouring out. Fascinating. His is the sort of flawless testimony attorneys can only dream of.
Yeah, the everything sounds like a lie kind.
I am none too satisfied with Mr. Gusto's explanation myself. Alas, there is no evidence to refute it.
Come on, there must be something!
It's Bound's store you should be questioning, not mine. I'm not the one who set up the gas trap. She could have killed anybody with that thing.
Objection!
Objection!
She turned on the sprinklers as soon as the gas was released. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was gunning for the killer and nobody else. That killer being you, little pal.
Ooh!
So you believe that self-confessed criminal? Miss Bound is far from blameless in this affair, and she will have to pay for her crimes. But so will Mr. Frost's killer. You seem determined to pin Frost's murder on me. But I had no reason to kill him. And you have no evidence to prove otherwise.
Can we really not prove that he's the killer, Mr. Edgeworth?
Mr. Gustav fell victim to the poison gas. That much is indisputable. Yet no matter how suspicious his actions in the present may seem, they prove nothing about the past.
Yeah, but then what about you, Mr. Fender? There must be something we can do.
You're right. We may not have evidence, but we have plenty of intel. Let's see now. If Gusto killed Frost, he must have had a reason. He claims not to have a motive. But that can't really be true, can it?
Ooh. Gusto says he had no reason to kill Artie Frost, but...
If he did it, he has one. Not many people will commit murder just for fun. In fact, the old man had a little back and forth with Von Karma about a probable motive too, remember?
Right, if their relationship had broken down for some reason, Gusto helped Frost in the final, but the favor wasn't returned. Yeah. Yeah.
Von Karma wouldn't let us talk to Gusto back then, but we can now. If we can put the pieces together, I think the picture we've been looking for might just emerge. Yes, I think you might be right. I need to think back over everything we know about the IS-7 incident. Especially the questions that never got answered.
Finger marks? Were you the one wearing the gloves?
Miss Skunk denied that the finger marks on the frame were hers.
The frame being the one for the cookbook, right? Yeah, frame finger marks. Left by someone in Tangaroa's room.
But what if they were Mr. Gusto's? Perhaps he had wanted to take a look through the ultimate cookbook for himself.
Had Gusto's goal been to look through the ultimate cookbook all along? I seem to think there should have been more shots left than there were. Film ran out sooner than expected. Yeah, the camera film. More film had been used up than Tangaroa expected. Did someone else use the camera? Probably. You thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way.
My father knows these things for a reason. I just need to piece them together correctly.
Using this stuff we found as Gregory! Oh my god.
In the absence of evidence, the only way... Oh, it's the only way to the truth.
Holy fuck. Okay. Well, shit. Can we do this? Okay. Epic.
Mr. Gusto, you and Mr. Frost conspired to create works for the contest together, did you not? Huh. So you know my little secret. Mr. Fender was kind enough to inform me. Mr. Frost was in charge of the designs while you were in charge of the flavor. Is that correct? What can I say? I still had a long way to travel on the road to becoming a master confectioner. But you only collaborated up through the semifinal. Something changed after that. We both wanted to show what we could do. Show that we were better than Tangaroa.
Objection!
Then why did you help Mr. Frost with his entry for the final? What grounds do you have to say that? Your own statement made to Mr. Von Karma 18 years ago. You told him that you had been working together right up until the day before the final.
Yeah. Barely a block of flavored ice. Ice would need at least a day to freeze. Whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto. Yup. That he helped Frost until the day before the final. Okay, so why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate, hello, and help Mr. Gusto in
Objection! So why didn't Mr. Frost help you in return, I submit that your relationship broke down for some reason. And that became the basis of your motive for murder. Wait, why does he have a seahorse? Is it a seahorse tattooed on him? What the fuck? Is he pregnant? A seahorse dad that's pregnant. What the hell?
That's not how it was. Sure, we stopped working together, but it was all perfectly friendly.
You stopped working together in a friendly way? Kinda hard to imagine, but okay.
Besides, how do you think I did it exactly? You think I just strolled into Tangaroa's room and killed Frost? I couldn't have killed the man while Tangaroa was in there working on his chocolate pieces, could I? So you see, it can't have been me.
I wouldn't be so sure. There must be a window of time when Mr. Tangaroa wasn't in his room. And if I can prove that, I can prove that Mr. Gusto had the opportunity to kill Mr. Frost. Maybe Gusto was pregnant with the victim's child, that's why he murdered him. Case closed, ignore the 18 years time in between. For real.
Oh my god, hi Jamie! Hello! Hi!
Very, very long pregnancy.
I hope you're well, Jamie. Happy Thursday! You're finally playing more Ace Attorney. Do you take photos of the cookbook? I could be wrong. Oh, I'm right.
Photographing the cookbook's contents would be the perfect way to steal its secrets undetected. And what if Mr. Gusto did just that? What if he used Mr. Tangaroa's camera to photograph the book?
It'd be the perfect crime. So much better than stealing it and getting chased by the cops.
A sneaky snapshot at 20, huh? That could work. The only question is, when would he have done it? Good question. What about during afternoon tea? Didn't Delicia say that Gusto and Frost had missed out on the little tea party they had?
Ah.
Which brings me to the next question. When do we know for certain that Mr. Frost was still alive?
Nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost as he had secluded himself in his room. The only person capable of entering his locked room is Tangaroa. Yeah. Oh, I'm drinking water right now. I just drink water. I'll drink water more. Ugh. Yummy. See, the water works now. Isn't that fun? Where were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only ones you sampled? Yeah, the other ones are salty, right?
Mr. Frost had kept himself inside his room after the contest had started. But he was gone by the time his scone stunk into it to sample his work. Meaning there's a good chance he was murdered before the end of the afternoon tea.
Alright. Well, there you go, I guess. There you freaking go.
We can be sure that Mr. Frost was alive until the beginning of afternoon tea. Making tea time the only window during which Mr. Gusto could have killed him. Are you satisfied with Mr. Gusto's story now, Mr. Edgeworth? Sadly, I'm afraid I'm still rather unsatisfied. But things are finally starting to become clear, and the truth will soon come to light at last. Do you mean to say that you have uncovered new evidence? Evidence? No. I was hoping I might convince Mr. Gusto to open up to us about it instead.
Oh, is it mind games time again?
It is. Okay. Mr. Gusto, I have a question for you.
Alright.
Said I have a question for you.
What is it?
You chose to make your entry for the final on your own.
Told you I wanted to test myself. I wanted to prove I was the best in the world.
Objection!
If that were the case, then surely you wouldn't have chosen a cheat in the first place. So tell me, Mr. Gusto, why did you feel the need to team up with Mr. Frost?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Alright. Probably the last mind chest of the chapter. You gotta lock in. You gotta, lock in. Stretch. Lock in. Woo! Alright.
18 years ago, Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost collaborated in the confectionery contest. But why did they work together, and why did they enter the contest in the first place? That's the information I need to get out of my opponent somehow. But he's so zen. He's so zen. How can he mess up?
Oh, look at those pieces.
Mr. Gusto seems to have a habit of pretending to be asleep when things aren't going his way. Let's start by focusing on why he chose to work with Mr. Frost. By my hand, now is the time
Oh my god. No! The aura is lost.
By my hand, now was the time to dig up the truth that was buried all those years ago.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Edward. That could have been so much aura.
Mr. Gusto, what inspired you to collaborate with Mr. Frost? We were acquaintances before we were contestants. He was interested in entering the contest, so we decided to sign up together.
Huh. And your decision to pair up with a sculptor had nothing to do with your lack of faith in your skills?
You don't know me. We joined forces because we wanted to make the most perfect creations possible. That's all.
What, you couldn't do that on your own? Yeah, we're gonna wait.
Frost's son and mine are in the same grade at school, so we got along pretty well too.
Oh, so you were just two friends who happened to try for the title of World's Greatest Confectioner. Oh, wake up! I didn't even actually say it. Wake up! Huh. Pretending to be asleep when the going gets tough on work on me, I'm afraid. Mr. Frost was a sculptor, Mr. Gusto. I doubt he cared much about winning a title for confectioners. In which case, he probably had a different motive for taking part in the contest. Wouldn't you say? Gotcha.
Fine. It was me. I wanted that title. Frost was only in it for the prize. The ultimate cookbook.
I see. And since your objectives dovetailed so neatly, you decided to work together. But then something happened. A breakdown in your relationship, perhaps. If so, I want to know why.
Mr. Prosecutor, I'm still quite unwell after my brush with death. Push me too hard, and I'll be on my way back to the medical room.
What the fuck?
No, wait. Then you'd better wrap this up quickly. I'm already dangerously low on patience.
Mr. Gusto is trying desperately to make his escape, but he's not going anywhere yet. Not as long as he's still keeping things from me. So let's figure out what he was really after next. Alright.
There's no time to lose. I need to pick the right line of questioning and fast.
Did you want to appear on Bacon Bot? Do you want more than just a title?
You two had your eyes on something other than the title, didn't you?
After all, I'm not sure the title of World's Greatest Confectioner even counts for that much.
Now you're insulting the way of the confectioner! My goal, my only goal, was to win that title. I didn't care about anything else. You have no idea how much it would have meant to me.
Facey, you were never going to win. Oh my god.
Look, my sense of design may not have been up to snuff back then, but you should see me now.
Oh, so you've improved.
You bet I have. I didn't do all that training in Jang Fa for nothing.
Talk some more, dude.
I looked up to Tangaroa, you know. Spent hours poring over the designs of his work. Even used to watch his show with my son.
Oh! Sounds to me like Mr. Tangaroa's work was especially influential in your early studies. And with his recipe book, he might have even become the best someday.
Maybe. The book was a real treasure, no doubt about that. Any confectioner would have wanted it.
Oh. So you were interested in the book, huh? Huh. You claim that your only goal was to win the title. Yet you also seem to have had an interest in the contest's prize, the ultimate cookbook. Boom!
The greatest collection of recipes by the world's greatest confectioner. I can't say I had absolutely no interest in it. And even if I did, what exactly is so wrong with that?
Nothing, I suppose. Only that book contained recipes for medicines, not desserts. And everyone who entered the contest supposedly knew that. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere.
I can't let him slip from my grasp now. I just need to stay calm and keep the pressure on. Miles. Now what was... Hold on. What was Ace Attorney Investigations 2, mate? Missions 2 released... that makes sense. It was 2011. That makes sense. Stay calm and keep on, something like that. That was like the meme back then. My god. Next, let's find out why he wanted the cookbook. Do you know what the book was really worth? Did you know how valuable the cookbook really was?
What kind of question is that? It was a collection of Tangaroa's recipes. There wasn't a confectioner in the world who wouldn't have wanted to get their hands on it.
I don't have a clue. Oh, okay.
Well, there you go. Well. But you need to help you make your sweets.
So your plan was to win the cookbook and use it to help you with your own creations.
What else? A book like that could have improved my craft tenfold.
You could have made a lot of money if you sold it.
I don't know much about what was actually in there. But it was worth more than money, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay.
You know more than you're letting on.
Come now, Mr. Gusto. I think you know more about the ultimate cookbook than you claim.
They told us a little about it at the start of the contest.
Huh. Then you know what kind of recipes it actually contained, don't you?
And that they weren't dessert recipes at all. I see you did your homework. Fine, so you know what was really in there. The ultimate cookbook. Or the Angel's cookbook, to give it its proper title.
I'm not connected to the ultimate cookbook at all. Hey, leave me out of it.
It's a collection of chemical formulas and ways to synthesize new medicines nobody had ever heard of.
So we did know that the cookbook actually contained recipes for medicines. Hey, I have no affiliation with that cookbook. This could be an important clue.
How valuable it was. Time to deploy my clue. Bada bing.
Your designs may have improved thanks to your training in Jing Fa, but you clearly didn't do enough work on your skills of deception. You've already admitted that you knew the ultimate cookbook was a collection of recipes for medicines. Thereby making your interest not gastronomical, but pharmaceutical in nature.
Well, wake up. You needed medicine, didn't you? Who you need it for, your son?
You're a confectioner, Mr. Gusto. You had no professional interest in revolutionary new medicines, which suggests that your interest must have been personal.
Ooh, there you go.
I underestimated you. Fine, you're right. Winning the title wasn't the only reason I entered the contest. I needed one of the recipes in that book. It was for my son. He was sick.
I knew it.
He was. Tell me more.
That's none of your business. I've told you as much as you need to know.
Looks rattled, but I can't let him off the hook. Let's find out what this mystery illness was.
Okay. It's so good because it's yours. It's your angel's work. Hey, nah. No, I'm not affiliated with that.
I've almost gotten to the bottom of this. I can feel it. Just a few more moves.
Tell me more about your son.
Tell me a little more about your son.
He was my pride and joy, and my biggest fan.
And you entered the contest in order to help him.
You clearly don't have children of your own. Any father would have done the same. I would have done anything to help him. Anything.
About your time.
He would come to see me here at the contest venue too, right after the semi-final.
Really? He didn't get in the way of your work? If you were trying to beat Samson Tangaroa, surely you didn't have the time to look after a child.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do what I could for him. He said he wanted to always be the first to try my creations. I'm still recovering, so if you've got nothing to say, let me go back to the medicine room.
Oh, no, no, no. A little more proactive. Oh, God. Oh, no. No, I gotta get him when he's... I gotta get him when he's nervy. No, Edgeworth would be a good father. He'd be a good dad. He's a good dad to Kay. He was a good dad to Kay and Maya. Oh no, I didn't even do that. Oh yeah, but yeah, he was able to come join him for the contest. Oh, true.
It wasn't that kind of illness. Nothing life-threatening anyway.
This feels like it could be an important clue.
Okay.
Could you tell me the name of the disease your son suffered from?
You're a real cold customer, Mr. Prosecutor. Isn't it enough that he was seriously ill? Why would you force me to tell you more?
Time to deploy yet. But it wasn't life-threatening, was it?
You've already shared with me that your son's illness wasn't life-threatening. So why are you so reluctant to share any further details?
Yeah,
Trying to argue against Miles Edgeworth as a dad would be awful. Would it be actually awful? If you're trying to lie to your dad to like sneak out or some shit, he would launch a full-blown investigation on your ass. It would be so funny. It'd be so funny.
It may not have been life-threatening, but that doesn't mean that it hadn't been life-altering.
See, that must have been very hard on both of you.
Of course it was. That's why I did everything I could to find a cure. We were desperate. He couldn't taste anything, not even his favorite desserts.
oh.
Was he overweight? What the fuck, Miles? As I understand it, the Ultimate Cookbook contains the recipe for a very particular medication. One that Mr. Tangaroa used to cure himself of his own taste disorder.
Dude, is he overweight? What the fuck?
No, Father, I don't have a girlfriend, followed by a 2-hour discussion. He gives evidence. Pulls up text logs.
So he had it too.
2, you say? So your son has a taste disorder then, am I correct?
How did I let that slip?
I've been asking you to believe that you needed to win the cookbook in order to cure your son. But was that really the case?
Of course it was. What are you saying?
I'm saying that I'm not so sure that's true based on everything you've told me. I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning.
What? Oh, God.
So you needed the cookbook to cure your son.
Nowadays you can get the medication you needed anywhere. Back then, that book was our only hope. Which is why I didn't dare waste my time on fancy tea parties. I had to give my all to my work.
What about Mr. Tangaroa's work? Surely that tea break gave you the perfect opportunity to go steal a glance at it.
And what makes you think I had the energy or time to care about what the others had made?
He cared about his work.
I think you made it abundantly clear how much interest you had in Mr. Tangaroa's work. What's more, if you were that determined to win the Ultimate Cookbook, I seriously doubt you would have passed up on a chance to take a peek at the competitors' entries.
I had plenty of chances throughout the contest to see and sample my rivals' work, you know. But each time I did, nothing seemed to have any flavor. Must have been nerves or something.
Nothing Mr. Gusto tasted had any flavor. That seems like it could be an important clue.
Oh. Okay. Taste disorder. Wait, is it him that had the taste disorder? You were sick yourself, weren't you?
Taste disorders are difficult to live with. It isn't easy not being able to enjoy your food. You should know. After all, you just told me you'd experienced something like that during the contest. You said that nothing you sampled had any flavor. Those were your words, correct? Which would seem to suggest that you were suffering with a taste disorder. Ugh. A confectioner without a sense of taste. Not exactly ideal. Are you sure it wasn't actually your own condition you were seeking a cure for, Mr. Gusto?
I've had enough of your speculations. I managed just fine in that contest. Made all my own entries, no problems.
Weren't you working with Mr. Frost? Yeah, bro. Tisk, 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 bro. Sorry, but I'm afraid you're contradicting your own testimony. You already admitted that you and Mr. Frost had worked together during the contest. It's too late to claim you did it all on your own now.
Ooh! Hey!
You would have us believe that you were a man of principle, a dedicated student of the confectioner's art. Yet you abandoned those principles and conspired with Mr. Frost to rig the contest. Also, you could cure your own taste disorder. Oh.
You got me, Mr. Prosecutor. As you said, my sense of taste was shot. My son's was fine. I'd kept it hidden for so long. 18 years and nobody knew.
Sadly, you can lie to others, but you can't lie to me. Ooh! Both Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost entered the contest hoping to obtain the ultimate cookbook. For the medicine that would cure Mr. Gusto's disorder, and the money it would bring in for Mr. Frost. Thus, an uneasy alliance was forged. And that, I believe, is checkmate.
Ooh!
Nice. And that all happened in our mind.
I'll admit it. So good. I never told anybody any of this, but you figured it out all anyway. It's true. 18 years ago, I developed...
Nope. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. Hold on. I'm not even gonna try spelling it out. Pronunciation. All right, here we go. No, hey, I just want to hear it. That's okay. That's what I thought. Agusia.
I developed agusia.
What's Agusia?
It's a taste disorder that makes it so you can't taste anything at all. A confectioner's worst nightmare.
That's why his shit tasted like salt. That makes sense.
Mr. Fender, is this what Mr. Tangaroa had as well? No, the big man had what they called dissociated taste disorder. Basically, some things he could taste just fine, while others had no flavor at all.
So he suffered too. Kind of been easy. Not when there wasn't a way to cure it on the market.
Which is why you needed Mr. Tangaroa's cookbook. Do you admit now that that was the real reason you entered the contest?
It was only one of the reasons. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted the title. When I put my mind to something, it gets done, and I don't lose to anybody. I may not have been able to taste it then, but I still knew my stuff was good enough to win.
Oh, so you went into the final thinking you stood a good chance of winning?
Of course.
What was it that Fender said about Mr. Tangaroa? About what Mr. Tangaroa thought of Mr. Gusto's creations? For perfect balance of flavor and design. At least up to the semifinal. His entry for the final was subpar on both counts. We were told that your entry for the final was far from the prize-winning taste sensation you describe. What happened, Mr. Gusto? What went wrong that day?
Fine. You want me to talk, I'll talk. But you're not going to like what I have to say.
Oh, okay.
Frost and I were working together right up through the semi-final. I handled the flavor, he did the designing. But I wanted to face Tangaroa in the final on my own. No help, just me and my skills. So I helped Frost with his entry, but mine, I did alone. If it didn't taste good in the final, that's on me. What can I say? I lacked training.
Oh, that's it?
That's all there is to it. Happy now? There doesn't seem to be any obvious contradictions in his testimony.
Yup. Not that I thought it'd be easy to get anything real out of him. He's managed to not let slip what really happened for 18 years after all. Why don't you try pushing him a little bit, Miles Larino? See if you can shake something loose.
I think I just might have to, Fender.
Oh boy. Time to press everything this man's got. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here we go. Don't need to press that, because we know that's true. This is a really interesting statement. Cause like, if he was the one that handled the taste and not the form, the taste should have been the same in the final. Just the form wouldn't have been good, but they were subpar on both accounts. So what the fuck happened? So I think they need to press him on this one.
Hold it!
And yet, I heard that your creations prior to the final were scored highly for their flavor. So what went wrong? Was there some kind of cooking accident on that day? No, nothing like that. It was, I told you, I had a taste disorder. My sense of taste failed me. It's as simple as that. But Mr. Frost's entry was complimented on its flavor. Your sense of taste hadn't failed you then. Did something happen overnight?
Oh? I don't think he's going to spill any more beans, Mr. Edgeworth.
Perhaps I should ask about something else.
Ooh.
Let's ask him about the semi-final.
Did something change between the semi-final and the final, Mr. Gusteau? Not really. The only difference between the semi-final and the final was that Frost wasn't helping me.
Just son visited his father daily up through the semi-final. Okay.
Objection!
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check.
I can think of one significant difference between the semi-final and the final, Mr. Gusteau. Your son. This is him in the photograph, correct? You told me he was here with you up through the semi-final. He was. What of it?
What indeed? He was here with you until the semi-final, until he suddenly wasn't for the final. And just as suddenly your work went from being lauded for its flavor to being lambasted for it. I don't think that's a coincidence, do you? He wasn't just spending quality time with his father. He was playing a much more pivotal role than that, being his taste tester. Right?
I just wanted him to see me hard at work. Show him I was trying my best for us.
Yeah, right.
Who knows, maybe it was him being here that helped me do so well in those early rounds.
But didn't you say yourself he was your taste tester? He wanted to taste everything first. He talks a good game, and nothing about this guy screams super dad to me.
Indeed. Thankfully, we would only have to give such an idea credence if the story were true. After all, how much could the encouragement of one small boy affect the taste of a grown man's work? Mr. Gusteau prided himself on the flavor of his creations, but then he lost his sense of taste. He must have had a tough time maintaining his high standards after such a devastating loss. Unless... I'm sure your son was here to cheer you on. But that wasn't all he was here to do, was it? You're a very suspicious man, Mr. Prosecutor. But why not try answering yourself for a change? What was an elementary school kid doing here than to support his father to taste your creations? Your son knew the taste of your work pretty well, I imagine, Mr. Gusteau. He was my biggest fan. Of course he knew it. In which case, he would have been a good judge of whether something tasted on brand, so to speak, no? What are you implying? You've already told us that you are suffering from a taste disorder.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum.
No one knew about your condition. Indeed, I doubt Mr. Frost would have wanted to continue collaborating with you had he found out. After all, it was your job to make sure his creations tasted good. Therefore, your son wasn't just here to support you. He was helping you by taste testing your work. Dang, now it all makes sense. Frost's stuff tasted good because it really was finished the day before when the kid was still here. You have a vivid imagination, Mr. Prosecutor. But do you seriously think I trust a kid to tell me how to adjust the taste of my masterpieces? I have some pride, you know, even back then. Did you now? My designs may not have been much to write home about back then, but I always knew my work tasted better than anybody else's. You think I'd risk everything by putting my reputation in the hands of a child? This is just more speculation. That's all it is. In that case, I ask to speak with your son this instant and see how much of your story he can corroborate. Sadly for you, my son is no longer my concern. What? As soon as I got my sense of taste back, I went straight to Zhangfa to start my training. We cut off all ties with the kid for good. What the fuck?
Oh my god. What?
You abandoned your own child? And that ain't the half of it. No one knows where he is even now. The cops have looked all over for him, but no dice. Joe, still think you can prove your asinine theory? I'd like to see you try. You think I care about anything else besides confectionery? Think again! I got my sense of taste back. What need do I have for her son?
Only has a kid around to taste test his creations. Crazy.
Silence in the courtroom. While Mr. Gusto's words and actions may demonstrate a certain lack of humanity on his part,
Yeah.
the goddess of justice cannot judge him for that. Therefore, Mr. Edgeworth, I believe it is time for you to admit defeat. Yeah, give it up. 18 years is a long time for anything to surface now. Proof or otherwise.
Mr. Edgeworth, we have to do something. If we don't, the truth might be lost forever.
Where are you, Detective Gumshoe?
We need you, Gumshoe! We need you to tell us whose blood it was! We need you! Our last hope is Gumshoe!
That's the last piece of the puzzle, I'm sure of it. Once we know whose blood it is. Hey, Miles. Sorry to cut in on your mind palace time, but I was pondering something myself. Our friend Gusto didn't come here just to check up on the body, did he? You mean because he tried to open the case? Exactamundo! Think we have anything that might explain why he tried to do that? We might. Detective Gumshoe can make it back in time with a certain piece of evidence. That's quite enough idle chatter, defense. Now, if you...
Yes! He made it! He fucking made it! That's my guy. I knew he'd come. I knew it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh. Speak of the devil. I take it you have the test results, Detective? Look at him. Yes, sir! The lab just got back to me. Detective, please, court is in session. Now then, am I right to assume that you are bringing us the evidence Mr. Edgeworth was just speaking of?
Oh my god, hi Cosmia, welcome. Gumshoe has a knack for showing up the last possible second, dude. That's my guy.
What? Hey, no fair! Why didn't anybody tell me about any of this? It is indeed the evidence in question, Your Honor. It needed testing, so I asked him to carry it out. What the?
Why is everybody always helping you? I'm supposed to be the one in charge here. Mr. Winner, I'm sorry I didn't involve you, but this is important. Can we at least hear what the detective has to say? Well, all right.
I love when he goes to like, he's crying to his mog face. It's so funny. Oh, the devil?
So, Detective Gumshoe, what did the test have to tell us? You're not going to believe this, but the owner of the blood we found in the liquid at the bottom of the Gemini case is Carmela Gusto, the victim of the poison gas attack. What are you talking about? Thank you, Detective. You've been very helpful. Here's a treat. Well, it looks like my suspicions were correct.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh boy.
Yes. What do you mean? Explain yourself. What is the significance of this blood to this case?
Well, you see, so you see, what had blood on it? What had the salt lamp? The salt. Wait. Wait. Hala.
Oh, no. It's only the very thing the perpetrator of the IS-7 incident has been trying to hide all these years. The fact that your blood was found inside the Gemini case, Mr. Gusto, is as good as us finding your blood lying right next to Mr. Frost's body.
Oh boy.
Why would there be traces of your blood there, of all places, Mr. Gusto? If you won't answer her honor, Mr. Gusto, then I will. There wasn't just blood in the liquid from the Gemini case. There were traces of salt and sugar, too. There were. And if you remember, one particular part of Mr. Frost's work was allegedly very salty indeed.
Oh yeah!
You're talking about what Delicia told us back then, right? What was it again?
Yeah, did they ever? I've never tried ISIS so scrumptious in my life. For one specific salty bit. Dude, the liar.
Yes, the liar, and only the liar tasted as if it had been flavored with salt. There were no traces of salt anywhere else in Mr. Frost's entry. Very interesting. Then perhaps you can tell us, Mr. Edgeworth, where did the salt and liar come from?
No way. No way. No way.
Take that!
Dude, that's crazy.
This is the lamp from the IS-7 incident. Indeed, and I believe that the salt that gave the liar its flavor came from just such a lamp. Mr. Von Karma had established that both salt lamps were in Mr. Tinkeroa's room at the time of the crime. One of them was used to kill Mr. Frost, and it was stained with his blood, but no corresponding pool of blood was found in Mr. Tinkeroa's room.
Right, because the culprit had chucked a piece of chocolate with that on it into the little stream.
Furthermore, aside from the liar, no traces of salt were found anywhere else in Mr. Frost's room either. Hey, come to think of it, the lamps we found in Delicia's room were both broken. The lamps appear to be broken.
Bulbs are smashed, both of them.
We never did figure out how the one that wasn't used to kill Frost got busted, but are we thinking maybe it had Gusto's blood on it at some point? Anyone whose blood was found on one of the lamps would have been a person of interest to the police. So the killer needed to hide the blood somehow, and in a way that wouldn't arouse suspicion. And you are seriously suggesting that the liar was used to do just that? I am. I suspect that the bloody salt was somehow applied to the liar, so that it could be hidden inside the case. Because unlike the fountain water, the sculptures would have needed more time and care to test properly. And so he waited and waited for his chance to dispose of the liar undetected. Then,
then the reason he's here today is... 18 years ago, Mr. Frost's body and the evidence pointing to the killer were taken away together. This, of course, was not part of the perpetrator's plan, and thus a new dilemma arose. The possibility that the body, the incriminating evidence, or both, would resurface one day.
And so both of them did.
So back he comes, 18 years later, sneaking in bright and early to try to cover his tracks.
Ooh.
Well, Mr. Gusteau, are you finally ready to admit it? That you are the one responsible for the IS-7 incident?
Mr. Gusteau, it's all because of you that Samson... Uh-oh. Bro, why you laughing?
Gusteau. So I finally got caught, huh? After all these years later. Nobody came close back then. Not even the big shot prosecutor. Or the attorney. That's some impressive work, Mr. Prosecutor. I have to hand it to you.
Yeah, but we can't do anything, right? Because the statute of limitations is up. Can we do anything? Hold on, I need to look. Can we do anything? No! We can't do anything.
You admit it then, that you murdered Artie Frost. Sure I do. I did it. I killed him. But he only had himself to blame. What do you mean by that? He agreed to help me. We were supposed to help each other so that one of us could win. And whoever won was supposed to let the other use the cookbook. But on the day of the final, the rat finally showed his true colors.
Oh, he took the pictures, didn't he?
Seriously, Frost, we had a deal. Sorry, I'm not helping you in the final. Our little agreement is over, Gusteau. But I helped you! I spent all day yesterday making the ice for your pieces! Did you? And you can prove that, I suppose? What do you... wait! You were planning to betray me right from the start, weren't you? After Frost double-crossed me, I had to make my piece for the final by myself. And like you said, my son wasn't there, so I didn't have any help with the flavor either. So much for the pride you claim to have in your ability to make delicious desserts. Go ahead and judge. You have no idea what it was like for someone like me to lose my sense of taste. I gave up everything to become the best. Everything! I take pride in that. Something someone like you could never understand. Ooh, you're right. I don't understand. Do you take pride in the fact that you resorted to murder? Or that you abandoned your son? Why would I want to understand someone who could do such things? Ooh! Get his ass. A man can't afford to rely on other people. I learned that the hard way 18 years ago.
Just because your boyfriend broke up with you, dude.
My son never showed up on the day of the final. And in hindsight, I wouldn't be surprised if Frost was the reason why.
Why would you think that? What exactly happened to your son?
How am I supposed to know? I told you he's none of my concern anymore. And according to you guys, nobody knows where he is now either.
And you don't care? You're horrible!
So with his disappearance, so too went your chances of winning, correct? Yeah, I had to find another way of getting my hands on my book. That's when inspiration struck. I decided to skip afternoon tea and snuck into Tangaroa's room.
Dude, all this to get taste back, dude. Crazy.
Should have been so easy. All I had to do was photograph the formulas I needed and get out of there. But then Frost showed up.
Uh-oh. Damn! Frost, you're kind of built.
I thought I might find you here. Stealing recipes from the famous cookbook, hmm? Tut-tut-tut. Frost!
What's this? A cure for taste disorders? Oh no, that's just too tragic. A confectioner who can't taste anything. What will people say?
If you tell anybody, I'll... Ugh. You what? You can't even hit me, you miserable worm. Oh my god!
He was sassy.
Why, you... Frost shoved me hard when I went to punch him. Knocked me clean off my feet. Crashed into one of the lamps. Must have been why my blood got on it.
Oh. So Mr. Frost wasn't the first to get hurt.
When it was all over, I realized I had to get rid of that blood somehow, so I scraped off all the bloody bits. I dissolved those salt shavings in some flavored ice mixture and brushed it all over the hop.
And that's how you made the evidence linking you to the murder vanish.
Frost was going to blackmail me. He would have made me give out him money to keep quiet about my condition.
So you decided you had to kill him?
Yeah, I guess I did. Why would I have let him live? Would you want someone holding something like that over your head? Besides, he's the one who drew first blood. Makes for a solid case of self-defense, don't you think?
That was the impetus behind it all. Oh, impetus behind it all.
Anyway, I initially took the lamp to Frost's room. Went straight there once I figured out how I was going to hide the bloody part.
Inspired by all the ice sculpting tools lying about the place, I guess.
You're not as dumb as you pretend to be. Yeah, I figured I could use them to chip it off and grind it up. Once that was done, painting that stuff all over the hop was easy.
But, why Samson? Why did you have to frame him? Oh.
I never meant for the cops to pin it on him. That was your fault. You and the rest of them.
Ooh.
Why do you think I went to the trouble of placing the lamps and clothes back in Scone's room?
Ooh, he was trying to frame Scone! There was only one reason to plant the murder weapon in the room of another contestant. And that was to cast suspicion on that person.
What? You tried to frame me, Gusty Pants? Yeah. Why? Why poor old me? I respected Tangaroa. He was the best. A true champion. I would never have wanted him to take the fall. But you're a fraud. Your work wasn't even real. You had no respect for our craft at all. You deserve to be punished for what you did. Up.
Yeah, not you, bro, for committing murder. My god.
Oh, Gusty! How could you? And had you refrained from eating Tangaroa's work, Frost's body wouldn't have been found. My plan was to wait until Tangaroa was judging your room. That's when I'd sneak the corpse into Frost's room and freeze it. But thanks to you, Bound here found it before I had a chance to retrieve it.
I don't understand. Why did you need to freeze his body at all?
Ha! Why indeed?
Mr. Edgeworth, surely you must know. Why did Mr. Gusto need to freeze Mr. Frost's body? I don't think he wanted to hide it in the ice sculpture. I think... Yeah, he wanted to change the time of death. Right? Or not change, like just to obscure it.
Mr. Guster needed to freeze Mr. Frost's body in order to obscure the time of death.
If they determined that the murder occurred during the afternoon tea, you would have been an obvious suspect.
Bingo! Freezing Frost's body wasn't simple. Preparing everything took time. So I decided to put his body in the chest in Tangaroa's room while I got everything ready in Frost.
I really want to know why he has a fucking pregnant seahorse tattoo.
At the time, it seemed like the perfect hiding place. Never counted on some gluttonous pharmacist showing up and making the whole ship collapse.
I still don't get it, though. Why disguise the body as an ice sculpture at all?
The sooner it was found, the smaller the effect of freezing it would have had on masking the time of death.
Therefore, he needed to disguise it, at least until it'd fully frozen.
How awful! Using Mr. Frost's own work to help you cover up the truth behind his murder!
Ironically, Tangaroa would have been just fine if the body hadn't been found before I got out of his room. If only things had gone to plan, he wouldn't even have been arrested, let alone convicted.
You mean it was my fault? Everything that happened to Samson, it was all because I found the body?
Don't let him get inside your head, Judes. None of this is your fault. If it wasn't Samson, it would have been Delicia instead. She would have been the one they arrested. Either way, there's only one person to blame here, and that's Gusto. It didn't help that the initial detective was so bad at his job, either. He never even told the prosecutor that the body had vanished. So then, Mr. Von Karma had unwittingly placed Mr. Tangaroa under arrest in the absence of a body. I mean, I guess it would explain why he was so keen to wrap things up. Still, you'd think he'd notice something as big as that if he'd taken a look at a few reports, right? Not if someone had been deliberately distorting the facts of the case, though. Either way, it seems that Mr. Von Karma didn't know about the body until after the arrest had been made. But admitting that would have spoiled his perfect record. So he kept it to himself and proceeded to prosecute Mr. Tangaroa regardless.
Can this really be true? You don't feel bad at all? Somebody spent 18 years in prison because of you!
Sticks and stones, Skelly, sticks and stones. What a jerk! I ought to arrest you right now, pal!
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do it, dumb. You can't do it, gumshoe. You can't do that.
I'm afraid I can't allow you to do that, Detective.
So you notice, huh? Glad somebody did. The judge is right. You can't lay a finger on me.
What? Why? You just confessed to murder!
No idea, huh? Then I guess I better lay it out for you.
Well, the hell. Yeah, I know the statute of limitations is up.
I killed Frost 18 years ago. The statute of limitations for murder in this country is 15 years.
Well, actually, no, it is 15 years.
You do the math. You can't arrest me. You think I'd have confessed otherwise?
That's right! Statute of limitations is only 15 years!
Okay. Did he steal anything? Did he steal anything? I have to think of what we can do.
Is this really the end of the line, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, but that's still 18 years ago, and that statute of limitations is only 7 years.
Once the statute has expired, he can't be charged, so...
But...
How unfortunate, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm afraid that both Mr. Gusto's confession and your deductions will have to be struck from the record. And that Mr. Tangaroa's conviction will remain in place.
Why would you do that?
But we've finally proven that the police never had Mr. Frost's body in their possession. Even if we can't arrest Mr. Gusto, surely Mr. Tangaroa has grounds for a retrial on that basis.
Does he? I wouldn't be so sure.
I'm afraid that the goddess' judgments are somewhat harder to overturn than you might imagine.
So the committee means for the verdict from 18 years ago to stand no matter what? Bad luck, Mr. Prosecutor.
There must be something we can do. Something to bring Mr. Gusto down.
Okay. Oh god, I don't even know what we could do right now. Murder in this country is 15 years. In this country. Interesting that he said this country. There are different statute of limitations in Jingfa. Oh shit! The statute is suspended should the suspect flee to a foreign country! The statute is suspended from the time that he accomplishes indictment to the end of the trial. Holy shit! We got him! We got him! Oh, we got him! He spent 3 years in Jingfa! That means it's still 15 years, baby!
Hold it!
We're gonna press that shit.
Depending on your actions over the last 18 years, the statute may not have expired yet.
This ought to be good. Alright, I got nothing to hide. If If there's something you want to ask, ask it.
Very well. Tell us where you've been and what you've been doing since the incident.
Sure. Not long after the contest, I was able to cure my taste disorder thanks to the formula from that book. Not so long after that, I went to Zhengfa to really buckle down and hone my craft. That explains a lot. We tried to contact you after the fact, but I guess you were long gone by then, huh? Could be. I left. Let's see. Around a year after the murder. It was before Tangaroa's last day in court. Going to Zhengfa was the best thing I ever did. Flavor design, I'm the full package now.
Objection!
And all on the backs of those whose lives you destroyed.
What's an omelet with a few eggs, Nothing, Mr. Prosecutor, nothing!
You're evil.
Sticks and stones, girlie! You can arrest me and that's all that matters.
Well,
The statements he just made, is there anything I should follow up on? His training in Jingfa. I'd like you to tell us more about your training in Jingfa, if you wouldn't mind. Like, how many years?
Fine. I later went to Zhengfa to train and I finally became the best in the world.
15 years. Okay. That's literally it. Okay. I think this is enough. I think this is enough to present it. Because it's telling us he went to a different country, so...
Objection!
Okay.
The statute of limitations for murder is subject to the following condition. The statute is suspended should the suspect flee to a foreign country, which means that the time you spend abroad doesn't count toward the total time under the statute.
no way! So it's like someone hit pause while he was in Jingfa?
It appears that there may be time left on the clock yet, but that will depend on how long you stayed in Jingfa, Mr. Gusteau.
It was 3 years exactly.
Yeah, we got him! 3 years. Hold on. Nobody say anything until I them out. The murder happened 18 years back. The statute is 15 years. And add the 3 overseas.
15 plus 3 makes exactly 18, which means no way! Mr. Edgeworth, you did it! The statute hasn't expired after all!
Oh. Oh.
Bingo! 18 years exactly. And you worked it out for yourselves.
He's just been stringing us along this whole time.
Why is he laughing? We're good, aren't we? We can arrest him now!
I hate to break it to you, little sis, but August 7 went down at the end of December. No! It's April now, which means, strictly speaking, it's been 18 years and 4 months since Frost's murder. Gusto's stay in Jangfa really lasted 3 years on the nose. It's not enough. We're a few months short.
Not enough! But...
What did I tell you? You can't touch me!
Hate to admit it, but he read the board well when he made his confession.
Fuck. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh. Is there anything we can do?
How unfortunate, Mr. Edgeworth. If only the statute had been suspended for another year. Those who would overturn the goddess's judgment must be willing to pay the price should they fail. And you, Mr. Edgeworth, have failed.
No! There must be something I can do.
I knew it. If the law can't bring Mr. Gusu to justice, then...
Jules, what are you thinking?
She's gonna kill herself! She's gonna commit murder!
Objection!
There's no need to go adding to your rap sheet just yet. We're not done here. Far from it. Because there's still a way we can nail them.
There is?
Alright, Miles Areno, pep talk. I need you to think back over everything we know about this case. Gusto's overlooked one critical thing that you yourself are led to believe wrongly about. Which is, he wasn't there for Samson's last trial, remember? True. Best I can tell, he doesn't seem to know what the final verdict that came down that day is. Which means there's still one way left to us. Crack open your statutes for dummies there and take another look. 17 years ago, they really did a number on Samson and framed him like a pretty picture. But if we make good use of that verdict now, we can make Gusto pay in full for what he's done. It's suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of the trial.
The trial lasted a while, right? Okay, maybe.
Fender, are you... Those who would overturn the goddess's judgment must be willing to pay the price should they fail. Samson's my client, Miles, and I can't bring myself to use the source of his pain as a weapon in his fight. So whether we play our last card or not, it's gonna have to be up to you.
Dude, yeah, he was like interviewed for months, or was it a year? It might have been a year. Wait. He was convicted as an accomplice. He was convicted as an accomplice. Tinkerer discovered he had a taste disorder. But he wasn't convicted of murder, he was convicted as an accomplice to murder. Does that?
Bringing Mr. Gusto to justice can only happen if I use the outcome of that hard-fought trial. So, should I raise an objection and play that card or not?
Well, we gotta. Yeah! You's our dad!
My father and Mr. Von Karma. One sought to reveal the truth, the other to hide it. I know which path I choose to follow. The one that seeks to reveal the truth. This court has reached its final verdict. The record will state that Mr. Gusto has been found not guilty, on all accounts.
Objection!
Objection!
No, Your Honor. Mr. Carmelo Gusto is absolutely guilty. And I refuse to let him walk away. His crimes are too unspeakable to go unpunished.
Do you mean to suggest that you have grounds upon which to call for his arrest?
I do. Now to show Judge Gabel something that proves the statute of limitations hasn't yet expired.
Please let it be this! Please let it be this!
Take that!
Very well. Is there a particular page of the IS-7?
It's the suspect data! No, the victim data. No, the suspect data. The suspect data. Ah!
I'd like to direct your attention to the page concerning the suspect. As you can see, Samson Tinkerer was convicted as an accomplice!
Yes.
And it took around 1 year from his
I was right! Let's fucking go!
And it took around 1 year from his indictment to that verdict to be reached?
Yes, that does seem to be the case.
The book you gave us details certain conditions pertaining to the statute of limitations for murder. One of them, as I mentioned, is that the statute is suspended such that it flees the country. And another states that the statute is suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of their trial. What? Tangaroa was convicted as an accomplice?
Yup. Guess you were in Jang Fa when the verdict came down. Samson was convicted as an accomplice, not as the main perpetrator. Which is clearly news to you. And not good news either, am I right?
But how could that be? Tangaroa was an accomplice to anyone. He was innocent and you know it,
Oh, we know it. It's what we've been trying to prove all along. And in a pleasing twist of fate, his wrongful conviction will be the very thing that sets him free. If you spent 3 years in Zhengfa, and your accomplice, Samson Tangaroa, was on trial for 1 year, it means he can still be charged with Mr. Frost's murder up to 19 years after the fact. In other words, the statute of limitations hasn't expired at all.
Yeah, got him, bitch!
The goddess's judgment is infallible, but that of her servants, it appears, is not. It seems the prosecutor in charge of this case may have erred. Unbelievably, we may have no choice but to instigate a full inquiry.
No, how could this? You weren't supposed to be able to.
Objection!
18 years. That's a long time to let somebody else suffer for your crimes. It's time to pay the piper, Gusto. And not a moment too soon.
Let's fucking open.
But I'm finally the greatest. My brilliance has been recognized. I gave up everything for this. Everything! Even my son!
More's the pity. But you can't run from the law forever, because the bills come due at last. You're so hard, Miles. You go so hard.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh, hey. Whoa, oh my god, holy shit. You killed yourself made of... What did you make that out of? I don't even know. He killed himself.
Mr. Gusto's all set for his trip downtown, sir. Oh, good. Which means it's your turn next, right?
I suppose so.
Jude.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I've caused you all so much trouble. But thank you. Thank you so much for bringing Mr. Gusto to justice at last.
I'm afraid there's no escaping the consequences of your actions, Miss Bound. But those actions were born of the legal mistakes that were made all those years ago. We all know that. So allow me to apologize in return, on behalf of the prosecution.
Oh no, I have no one to blame but myself for it all. Starting with those sculptures.
Hey, Jude. Maybe you might want me to represent you. I'm not some nervous newbie anymore. And there's no way I'm letting you take the rap for everything.
No, look at her! Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, I'd be honored. Thank you, Mr. Fender.
Oh, that's so cute. He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, sorry, ma'am, but you gotta come with me now.
Of course.
Goodbye, Judy. Go slay in that jail cell.
Judge Gavelle, why did you lie to us?
Lie?
What are you talking about? You implied that there was no case for a retrial, but as we've proven, that wasn't true. Surely anyone truly committed to seeing justice done would have called one as soon as the body was found. I am under no obligation to answer such questions. And you clearly have no intention of doing so either. Truly, you are proving to be quite a threat to the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. As such, you give me little choice but to report back on your continued transgressions. No doubt you will be called to appear before the committee in due course.
Girl, this is your own fault.
Now, I must be on my way.
What the heck? And after you caught the real killer and everything? Isn't that what prosecutors are supposed to do?
Regardless of how it may all play out, I will never regret what we accomplished here today.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Hi, Eustace.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes? Why did you stick your nose in this case anyway? You weren't even on the job. My job is to bring the truth to light, Mr. Winter. Not only as a prosecutor, but as a person. I don't get it. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Not as long as you believe that closing a case makes you a winner. That's going way over my head. I'm going home.
What was that all about?
Eustace still has a lot to learn is all.
Huh?
Milesy! Yes? I just wanted to say old Greggy Pegleg would have been proud of you today. Oh, look at me tearing up. Thanks for helping Poop Sammy Poople. Of course. Hey, she looks like you cleared everything up, huh? So, what happened exactly? I was kind of busy sketching. Wait, where did Judy and Verity go?
Wow, you really weren't paying attention, were you?
Though I am loath to admit it, Larry's sketches did come through for us on more than one occasion. Not that I'm about to tell him that. Quit it with the glaring, will ya? Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Calm down, Larry. I wasn't glaring at you. You totally were. It's just like your pop. He was a terrible liar too. He was? Listen, I'm gonna head out. Need to fill Samson in on what went down today. You wanna come with? Yes, of course.
Great, then I'm coming too. No. So, what's Mr. Tinkeroa like? I can't wait to finally meet him.
Oh, he's a real sweetheart. You'll love him. Even while locked up, he can't help but make all sorts of cookies and cakes for everyone. It's why 3 p.m. cake extravaganza is a thing for prisoners and gods alike.
Really? That sounds awesome. You think there'll be any left for us to try?
Didn't we find a few slices of chocolate cake in the prison the other day? Could they have been some of Mr. Tinkeroa's baked goods?
Well, there you go. Tommy, what are you doing here?
I heard you were all coming to see Mr. Tinkeroa, so I volunteered to escort him. Hello, new friends. I'm Samson Tinkeroa. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service.
And I'm Edgeworth's trusty sidekick, Kay Faraday.
It's very nice to meet you both. Miles, he is Gregory's son. Is that so? Your father was very kind to me and fought so hard for my case. But in the end, I betrayed him. I made a false confession and... Don't worry, Mr. Tinkeroa. Mr. Fender has explained everything to me. Sure did. And now we're here to tell you the truth about what happened 18 years ago. The truth?
Oh boy.
Judy did all that. For me. Crazy kid racked her brain for 18 years until she finally figured out how to set you free. What can I say? Turns out she really would do anything for you. Oh, Judy. I never did anything to deserve such devotion. Come now, Mr. Tinkeroa. I think we all know that's not true. The bond between the two of you has held strong for all these years, after all. You think so? I guess I'd better show him. What piece of evidence is proof of the bond of Mr. Tinkeroa and Miss Bouncer?
The chocolate, isn't it? Because she makes them too sweet.
Take that!
Take that!
These chocolates. Judy made them, didn't she? Yes, she did.
They're super delicious and sweet.
Miss Bound continued making them just as you taught her, even after that fateful day. So that there would always be some waiting for you. When you finally come home. Oh my god! When you finally came home. Judy.
No.
I bet they're beyond super sweet then, aren't they? Very much so, I'm afraid. I only wish we could hand them to you. Don't worry, sir. I'll make sure he gets them later. Which would be a clear breach of prison policy. Not that I have the authority now to stop him anyway. Thank you very much. You know, Detective, something about you reminds me of Detective Bad. Let's go. Really, pal? Because I look up to him a lot. He's my role model. You don't say. Seems fate likes to bring people of all sorts together, huh?
Oh, cause he too, didn't he, Pat? Aww.
You hang in there, Samson. Just a little longer. I should be able to get you out soon. I'm sorry it's taken so long. Nobody should have to wait 18 years to get justice. Don't be silly, Eddie. I'm the one who should be saying sorry. Or rather, thank you. Truly. Samson. Well, I guess it's my turn to wait for Judy to come home now. I'd better make sure there's something delicious on the table for her when she finally walks through that door. Don't let me down, Eddie. Leave it to me, big guy.
Oh, that's so sweet.
The IS-7 incident. It's been 18 long years, but this case we'd inherited from my father is finally coming to a close.
Let's fucking go.
Hey, Miles. Thanks for today. And sorry for forcing you to make the final call like that. Not at all. I simply made the call that felt right to me.
Huh? What are you guys talking about?
You know how Samson was wrongfully convicted? We had to pretend that he wasn't in order to nail Gusto. But to use his false conviction against him even to save him. As his lawyer, I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, I can see that.
But now that Gusto's behind bars, I can finally start to get that wrongful conviction overturned. Yes, and I am sure you will.
Wait a minute. Does this mean that even if you were only doing what's right, if the false conviction had been overturned before today, Mr. Gusto would have gotten away scot-free?
Yup. It's what we folks on the train like to call a legal contradiction. The law is far from perfect.
Because of things like legal contradictions, right?
Yeah, you never know. Things might change. The law is always evolving, just like us humans. Your Uncle Eddie and Miles Areno included, am I right? The potential for growth and change. In people and the law, huh?
No.
So, Miles, are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor? Or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you got a big decision ahead of you. One only you can answer. I know. Well, let's just say I won't complain if you show up at the office one day. And on that note, it's time for me to skedaddle. Bye, Eddie. I owe you big time. And I always repay my debts, but for now... Thanks again for the day. I mean it. Eddie Fender, you are the coolest motherfucker around. My god.
Did he seem kind of in a hurry to get out of here to you?
He did. And honestly speaking, I'm the one who owes him a debt of gratitude. After all, he gave me the chance to reckon with my father's final case. True, that is a big thing for Miles. That is a huge thing for Miles. Like, his dad died because of this fucking case. Like, holy shit. When I was a boy, all I ever dreamed of was becoming an attorney like my father. But then during my time with Mr. Von Karma, I learned the way of the prosecutor instead. Eventually, with the help of some good friends, I found my own voice and a new way to live. Yeah, some really good friends. A guy that his first name starts with... ends with Enix and ends with Ite. But now my career as a prosecutor is at risk of being taken away from me. It may be time to take another long, hard look at how I want to live my life, whether I like it or not.
Damn.
Damn!
Holy shit.
Dude, is this last case about him, like... Dude... I mean, I have a feeling it's not gonna be the last case, because usually Ace Attorney games have 5 chapters, but... Hey, Gregory. Sorry for reporting in so late. Oh. No, 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 no! Okay. Okay, yeah. Yep, okay, No, I'm fine. I'm not fine. may have taken 18 years, but we're finally in position to prove Samson's innocence. All thanks to your boy, Miles. I couldn't have done it without him. You should have seen him. The way he fought for the truth gave me chills. It was like I was watching you. Look, I know I'm not half the attorney you were, but those guiding principles you tried to instill in me, I like to think I'm embodying them now as I carry on your legacy. Here's hoping.
Here's the next
Your boy will be joining me in that soon. Oh my god! I hate this series! I hate this fucking series! What is- oh god, it's going myself. What is the right answer? Which path should I choose? Didn't even give me time to cry! This is so sad. Okay, well, I'm gonna wipe my tears and we're gonna look at this teaser for next time, guys. What we got? Oh my god. Is that supposed to be K? A turnabout Forsaken. Oh yeah, there is turnabout. There is another turnabout after this one. Okay. Well, let's watch the opening cutscene and get into it. A lawyer only cries when it's all over. Okay, here we go. Hereby call this meeting to order. Oh, the committee. The committee is gathered here on the side of the goddess to pass fair and bring judgment. Oh shit! The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edward. Oh.
Are you... Oh. Oh my god. Why are you wearing that raincoat? No! Oh my god! Ah! What? Kay! No!
Oh my god! What the fuck's gonna happen to Kay? Also, this is only like 3 days later. I'm gonna throw up. I'm crying. Okay, well, we'll save that for next time. Oh wait, hold on. I should probably do this one. Yeah. All right. We're gonna save that for next time. Yay! Thank you everybody so much for joining me today. Oh my goodness, what a great ending. Okay, I just got you a $1 promotion. I know. That $1 promotion for what? For real, for real. No, I'm sorry. No, we have to go. I'm so sorry. I wish I could stay longer. I'm so sorry. But we'll be back next week, I promise you. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But come back next week. We're gonna start a whole new episode next week. Yes. Don't you worry. We're gonna be back. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had a fun time. I had a fun time. Thank you, Julie, for coming out. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you, Cosme. I thank everybody who's been lurking. I appreciate all of you. Tomorrow, we're playing some more Zato. I love the world and everything in it, since we couldn't last week because I was sick. But my voice is back to snuff. So join us tomorrow for that. Until then, I will see you guys later. Safe travels back from heaven. Be good people. Goodbye, Julie. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye.